Good evening. The news for this Friday, 18th of June, our Constitutional Day. To begin the news, the ceremony to mark the 7th Constitution Day took place this morning at the La Voix La Nation Monument in the Peace Park. President Wavell Ramkalawan and the First Lady, Linda Ramkalawan, were present at the ceremony. Also present were high-level leaders in the National Assembly, including Speaker Roger Moncienne, the President of the Court of Appeal, ministers and members of the Diplomatic Corps. At the Constitution Day commemoration, a new patriotic song was sang by a group of young artists. There were 6 people representing the Seychellois nation by race and age who read the preamble of the Constitution of the Third Republic. For technical reasons, the flag-raising ceremony did not take place as is customary. Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, people detained on remand have not been required to be physically present in court to follow their hearings, but the Constitution grants citizens the right to a fair hearing. Whether the virtual hearings could guarantee a fair hearing was the subject of a panel discussion organized by the judiciary on the occasion of Constitution Day. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Ronnie Govinden, was a panelist for this debate, and he highlighted that currently the judiciary does not have the resources to be able to properly conduct virtual hearings, but that they must adapt to this new way of working.
Our time calls for draconian legal measures dictated by the COVID-19 pandemic, all in the interest of public health, restricting the movements of individuals. We have started the practice of virtual hearings, and all those have somewhat impeded, if not limited, the exercise of our constitutional rights. It may have been done through a law, justifiably necessary in a democratic state. However, we note that even here, even if it was to be done through an emergency law, any law that can be curtailed during an emergency state does not include the right to fair hearing.
In a message to commemorate our Constitution Day, the LDS President, Mr. Roger Moncienne, has joined with all the people of Seychelles to commemorate this day. He says that our Constitution enshrines the beliefs on which our nation rests, and that they are the principles by which we consent to be governed and to participate in its government. They set forth the assumptions and expectations we hold for the way in which our society will be held together, our aspirations for freedom, equality, justice, and respect for the rights of all persons. As Seychellois, the LDS President says, we rejoice that we have in large part secured these principles, but it is also the occasion to renew our commitment to achieve them to the fullest. What each one of us can do is to take better note of them and be more aware of our own role in bringing them to full realization. They hold noble goals which are worthy of all our efforts and which will make us a strong nation. About a dozen residents from Grand Anse donated blood today. This was a response to the national call by the Blood Transfusion Center for more volunteers to come forward. The group comprised of people of all ages and was led by the district's MNA, Wivan William. The volunteers said they were happy to have been able to help increase the quantity of blood available and have called upon others to replicate the gesture, as blood is always in need. Several fishermen on Pralin can't go fishing at the moment because the engines from their boats have been stolen. This has happened on different days, and it is not the first time that such malicious acts have happened in that area. Nature Seychelles boat has been stolen recently, and it was the only fiberglass boat they had, a boat they use for their conservation work. The senior science and field technical officer at Nature Seychelles says that they need to get another boat as soon as possible to continue with their operation.
So, as we do every morning, we go early around 10 minutes to 8 to check the weather conditions and the sea condition. And I went outside, and as always, I just checked the weather and the boat that is in front of SPTC, where there is the mooring, and surprisingly, the boat was not there. We keep the boat here because we have all our equipment that we use for our activities for the Reef Rescuers project, for the coral restoration. So we take the boat in the morning, then we load the boat with all our equipment just here close by the beach, and then we go to Cousin to do our activities. The engine and the boat, yes, is the first time. It happened already. An engine was stolen from Nature Seychelles is putting a lot of effort to get a positive impact on the reef, which it's important, of course, for both the environment but also the local community. And if we cannot go there, for example, stocking the corals, collecting them and stocking on the nursery, we will delay a lot our activities, because now the bad weather is approaching, so we need to do that before.
President Wavell Ramkalawan has conveyed a message of condolence to President Edgar Lungu and the people of Zambia following the passing of Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, the founding president of Zambia. President Ramkalawan described Dr. Kaunda as an architect of Zambia's liberation movement and Africa's aspiration for complete continental decolonization. Dr. Kaunda was a renowned leader, the last of the founding fathers of the Organization of African Unity, a man of great charisma, of grace and humility, a true hero of liberation struggles, and a passionate advocate of third world causes to which he devoted his life. The long and brave political career of Dr. Kaunda earned him the legacy of a patriotic statesman, vested not only in the well-being of his peoples, but also dedicated to the self-determination movements of other African states, the president added. And Kenneth Kaunda, Zambia's founding president, who led his country for 27 years and championed Africa's struggles against apartheid and HIV/AIDS, died yesterday at the age of 97. KK, as he was popularly known, was being treated for pneumonia at the Maina Soko Medical Center, a military hospital in Lusaka. President Edgar Lungu, in a message on his Facebook page, described him as a true African icon. Authorities have declared 21 days of mourning for the liberation hero who ruled from 1964 after the Southern African nation won its independence from Britain until 1991. And with this, we end this news summary. Thank you for watching. Have a very pleasant evening.